So when you're filling out one of these pedigree charts, the basic idea is you're starting with somebody in cell number 1. That could be you, it could be an ancestor, and then you're doing the next generation back, so that ancestor's father and mother. If the ancestor or whoever's in cell number 1 has a spouse, you could put that there as well, in this right here. And then you're going back and doing the generations going further back in time. So let's start with my grandfather, and that is R.P. McDonald Sr. So I'm just using this as a worksheet. If I wanted to have something more formal to frame or to give somebody else, I might spell everything out carefully. But in this case, I'm just doing it as a rough worksheet. So I know he was born on November 28th, 1900. Born when? Born where? Ogdensburg, New York. Died when? He died in 1990. I'm going to fill in the exact date later on, and I'm not sure if he died up in Ogdensburg or down in Florida. So I'll come back to that later. So now for his father. His father's name was James E. McDonald. Okay, and then I can go to fill in his information. Okay, so I filled in James E. McDonald in cell number 2, and then in cell number 3, Ellen Teresa Lynch, that's the spouse. Note that for the marriage, I did have the information, and that's under the father's name, so I don't need to repeat it down here. Okay, next up, let's do the parents of James. And so the parents of James are Patrick McDonald and Mary Scanlon. Okay, so I filled out the names of the father and mother of James E. McDonald, who was my grandfather's father. And as you go back in time, it's typical that you may not have exact dates. So for instance, for his birth date, I know that it was about 1821, and that's calculating based on census records, but I don't know the exact date. The Westport and